Czech Republic's national final started so early this year, and one of the acts that dragged the most of the attention from the international fandom is We Are DOMI and their song Lights Off. Pretty interesting bunch of people because they are actually from Czech Republic and Norway. So let's talk with them. Hello guys, how are you? What are you doing?
Hi, just coughing it up. It's getting nice and cold, so we're just
Yes,
synchronized.
yes.
Synchronized.
What's nice when drinking than dancing?
Yeah, it's cold also here, so basically we have same issues. And anyway, you are in a Czech national selection for Eurovision. How did you come up there? What was your motivation to apply, and how did you feel when your song was accepted among 7 final acts?
Okay, I can start off. So we've of course have been watching Eurovision. We're big fans of Eurovision, and I guess like we've always had it in the back of our heads, but we were like, okay, like maybe we're not ready yet. Let's just like then of course it got canceled. So, and then yeah, we were also like for me, I was always watching like the finalists in Czech Republic, and like I went to school with Mikolas Josef. He was like
Oh,
in the
really?
year before me. Yeah, so we're like I would say we're friends. I haven't because now he's like crazy busy. I haven't even like gone. I don't think I've seen him in like 2 years, but we would always meet up like during the holidays,
Yeah, yeah.
just to like, have some wine or like have coffee or tea or something. So yeah, and then I think like the final kind of like push, like the little nudge for us was when we played a split gig with the Lake Malawi boys. So we played with them in like a town here in Czech Republic in Brno, and we had like a car that we drove with them together. So we had like a lot of time to spare, and we were just talking about Eurovision. We were talking to his like manager about it, how it was, the experience. They spoke very highly of it. They said like that the experience was great, meeting new people was great. Of course, like I mean, the fans were just like amazing, and it just like gave them like an extra push, to kind of like remind them why they're making music because of course it always comes down to the fans. And then we were like, all right, maybe this is the year, guys. Let's just give it a try. So it was our first time actually applying to Eurovision. And we got super lucky and they chose one of our demos out of three. We sent like three songs in. The jury chose this one and like couldn't be more happy about the choice because it was all kind of like, okay, let's just send a demo. We don't know like how it'll go, and but they of course they know what they're talking about. They know what's gonna look good on a big stage potentially. So I guess that was like the final push was like speaking to finalists that have already been in Eurovision.
So they actually gave you quite positive comments about it and everything. And speaking about that, do you have favorite Czech song? Czech Republic is not having a long streak of competitions. It's like you have took part 6 or 7 times.
Yeah. I think the first one was Gabriela Gunčíková.
Yeah, I since the return, yes, and after that you had Mikolas Josef, Lake Malawi, and do you have some favorite maybe?
I mean, I'll let Chris speak.
My favorite is like Malawi.
Yeah, I think Friend of a Friend is great, so I would say that's my favorite.
Yeah, I guess probably as well. But also, I'm a bit biased because like also the guys are like Albert is like such a sweet human, and like yeah, he kind of was like the first friend that the
Friend of a friend.
friend of my friend to be like their friends when they moved to Czech Republic. So I guess he kind of like has like a little special place in our heart. So I guess I'll say like Malawi boys as well.
So now you are in the race for competition, and one question for Dominika. Your father played on Olympics in 2006 in the same hall that will Eurovision take part. So are you excited for be a second generation of your family potentially if you go to Eurovision too?
I will make my family proud. No, I don't. Yeah, I mean, honestly, because I was like, how old was I? Wait, so this is
11.
I was like 11 years old. So I didn't know that it was the same arena until like a short time ago. So I was like, oh, that's a fun fact that I was not aware of, because like, like being 11, you don't really
Yeah, you
care about
don't
arena.
care
You
about
don't think
arena, yeah.
I'm just like, go dad. Yeah, that's like it. So I mean, it's like super cool, of course. Like I didn't even know about it, so I'm still like processing it. I actually have to call my dad and ask him about. I'm going to talk about the staging situation there.
Yeah, if
Give
you
me like
will,
a good insight, maybe. Nah,
you
I'm
can
kidding.
perform on ice with goals and sticks and everything.
That would be cool.
That's genius.
That's
Yeah.
Wait a second.
yeah.
Write it
Mention me somewhere if you use that idea.
Okay,
for sure.
we'll credit you for that.
Okay, but how did you guys get together? It's quite unusual combination.
Yeah, so we all previously lived in the UK. We studied at music conservatoire. So we all met during our bachelor. So we met there, found out that we like kind of the same kind of music. So we got together in the band room, started playing, and it sounded really nice. It sounded really good. And then of course the friendship got better and better. We decided that we wanted to do this further and just compose more and more songs. We started releasing songs and got good feedback. So here we are now.
Yeah, we're like, nice. Someone listened to it. Awesome. Like first
Let's
single, we're like, might as well do another. No, yeah. I would say that we're just excited about the project, and it's developed like so much over the years, and we don't want to like let go of it. Of course, even though it was super difficult during COVID for us, especially being
No
international
gigs.
students, that as well. But we were like international students, so then it was like, okay, do we move home? And then potentially do like Zoom sessions, which was like a shock for all of us.
Yeah.
And like you never know how that's gonna go down. Even though like now we have friends that are musicians and they've done a lot of stuff over Zoom, so like maybe it would be fine. But I was personally terrified of that situation.
Yeah, but we just got used to everything that was brought since last year.
Just have to adapt and do the best out of it. It's nothing you can't control it. So if you start trying to control it, that doesn't work. You just have to do the best of it. So we just got out of the university, for example, or we just got out of the university. Corona came, and our income was gigs mostly. So when that went away as well, right after being a student, where you get grants and stuff, we were like, what should we do? But that we actually still are sticking together, even though the pandemic is there. We find other ways or some way to pay the rent. That sounds really shady. Just finding ways how to get on with our lives, and doing this project has been really difficult, but also really, really nice. It's melted into something better. It's made it better, in my opinion.
Yeah, when I saw your performance, the thing I liked the most was the chemistry. The song is just growing and growing. And how are you dealing with feedback and comments and everything from fans, especially international fans?
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It's so unexpected, since we never knew. We knew there were many Eurovision communities, but we had no idea how many Eurovision communities there are. And it's so nice to just go from, like Casper said, not playing gigs in a while, not being able to share our music with anyone, and then go from that to this.
Yeah,
it's just so nice. And we're spending all of our time now to just try to reply to everyone messaging us. And it's just super nice to talk to people about our music.
Yeah, it's so nice, like that people are just showing love. It's like insane.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, and competition is quite tough. So do you have an opinion about the other songs? Did you listen to them and everything else?
Yeah, we of course met everyone as well, like personally at the press conference. Some of them have already been like acquaintances or like friends. So of course we listen to it, of course, because not just because we want to like know what the competition is. It's not like that. It's also just like I'm just super proud as a Czech woman of like the finalists this year. I think it's like a great representation. I think we're killing it this year. So like other countries walked out. Yeah. But so like whoever wins, I'm gonna be proud either way. And I just love that there's like so many different genres and like quality as well. You know, like the quality this year, like you can tell that the production levels are just like so good.
Yes,
So
really high level of production.
yeah, I'm super happy about it. Super happy.
And
Yeah.
let's talk about your future plans after this Eurovision story is over, whether now or in May. You probably have some ideas maybe to release these songs that you have already sent as demo and everything else. How is this story influencing it?
Well, it influenced us a bit, a lot, since of course we can't do too much more than just focus on this now, and we'll see what happens, of course. But what we know for sure is that we won't stop making music or anything. We've done it for 4 years. We love it. It's super fun. It's and now we even get more people to join our journey. So this project will never die.
We'll never die.
Never.
See us on stage at 80.
Yeah, no,
We'll still
of course,
like
our initial thought of moving to Prague is because now we're based in the Central Europe, like it's in the middle, so it's really easy to get to different countries. So what we're planning to do is more or less get an EP or an album together. We've been thinking about that for years, but Corona makes it harder. You have to postpone it since you don't want to release an EP and don't go on tour. So we're aiming to do a Europe tour with an EP when Corona decides to chill a bit.
Yeah, we hope that it will happen soon, but I don't know really. What is the situation with Corona in Czech Republic? How are the restrictions and everything? Do you have can you have concerts for at least reduced number of people?
yeah, we can have gigs, but I think that the promotion, the promo guys or like the promo organizations, they're just like terrified, you know, because of course, like it's like a money business, of course, you know, they need to stay alive in order to like keep the bands alive. So it's just like a risk. And I've noticed like we had some gigs coming up in like December, and a lot of bands just canceled it because they're like, oh, but this was meant to be like for our album release. And they're like, okay, and now like no one's buying tickets because people are either like a little bit worried, or they feel a bit like guilty maybe, or they're scared, you know, whatever. Everyone has their own personal reasons. So it can't really end up being like what, because of course as artists and bands we put so much work behind the scenes, and then you of course, and then you like see the album, you listen to like what 40 minutes of music, and then or you go to a gig, you're there for also like an hour and a half or something, but like the work that you put into all of that before is like crazy. So I think a lot of bands, they just really want to have like that special, like the gigs to be special, you know, especially when you're doing like an album release. So it's a bit difficult right now. Of course we're still wearing masks, but it's not as bad as it was last year. It was much worse here in Czech Republic.
Yes, last year it was new, and now we are just used to it, but it's just too annoying. And Eurovision, for example, had backup material for the artists, and they were for the ones that get COVID-19, and some of the artists should have actually used their backups for last year. They were actually permitted to perform live just because of that. So basically we will see. It's just too much of we cannot predict anything, but I hope that this Czech little Eurovision will finish good for you, and that whatever happens with the results, I hope that you will gain a big bunch of new fans from Europe and the world. So guys, thanks a lot for this wonderful talk. It was pleasure, and let's wait up for Thursday and let's see what will happen.
Yes,
Let's see.
Fingers crossed.
I just want to say thank you to everyone that have potentially already seen our song. Thank you so much for the support. If you want to vote for us, don't be shy. we're number one in like the little voting page or on the app. So if you want to have a little dance and maybe a cry at the same time, this could be for you. We all need it sometimes, maybe. I don't know, you'll see. Give it a try. And if you want to vote for us, please do. And also massive thank you. You guys are awesome.
And if you want to have We Are DOMI as #1, but not only in running order, vote.
Yeah, exactly.